Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Streaming for Strangers number 3, brought to you by us, Hudson Taylor, from Google.
Google headquarters in Dublin.
Um, this is
Wildfires.
when you face 28,000 doorways, or you're left hoping for an escape. When your day is 24 hours of heartache, well, show me the way you break. You know that it's not your fate, not today. When the wildfires leave you no way out, I'll scream up to the sky with you. When the wildfires leave you no way out, my door is always open to you. Another day with millions of different people starting to lose their heads, forgetting to be themselves. But what else do you know? You're someone I wanna be with. You're someone who's just themselves. You know you can cry for help. I'll be waiting. When the wildfires leave you no way out, I'll scream up to the sky with you. When the wildfires leave you no way out, my door is always open to you. In the wildfire, in the wildfire, in the wildfire, in the wildfire. And if you feel that you're unraveling, and if there's nothing you can do, and if you feel it overlapping, when the time comes I'll say to you, and if you feel that you're unraveling, and if there's nothing you can do, and if you feel it overlapping, when the time comes I'll say to you, when the wildfires leave you no way out, I'll scream up to the sky with you. When the wildfires leave you no way out, my door is always open to you. In the wildfire, in the wildfire, in the wildfire, in the wildfire.
Hello.
Hello. So,
Well, we're here in Google, like we said, and we're actually also doing a hangout, which means we can answer questions that you would like us to answer. And if you write them in the comments, people can upvote them if they think it's a good question, and then we can try and answer as many as we can. Okay, I'm gonna try and manage the choosing of the questions at the same time as answering the questions. Who is your favorite musician or singer? My favorite musician is and singer. Oh, I've selected the wrong question. I accidentally selected, hi guys, love your question, love your chemistry together, but do arguments affect your performance or songwriting together? Birds of a feather stick together. We're definitely birds of a feather stick together. We don't really argue that much. We're actually, that's kind of weird. We look like we're really far apart, like we're in,
like we are arguing.
we're arguing. Yeah.
No, we're not arguing today.
Generally speaking, we're pretty good with the
Yeah, I mean, we do spend a lot of time together.
Yeah. So naturally, there will be some times where there'll be little bickering, but it's never anything that would
Nothing like
break up Hudson Taylor. I don't think it's possible to break up Hudson Taylor. We chose a band name that is our second name as well, so we're kind of forced to stick with it, even if we, unless we want to legally change our names. But thank you for that question,
Caroline McDonald.
I'm going to answer the question that I meant to answer now. I just accidentally clicked on the wrong one. So this is, and it's moved again.
There it is. Oh, wow, there is a lot of questions. Thanks, everybody, for sending them
in. My favourite musician and or singer is Paul Simon, the folk musician legend. We are very influenced by Simon and Garfunkel. That particular style of sort of singer-songwriter, folk and vocal harmony stuff is quite influential to us.
And for me, it kind of changes all the time. But at the moment, I am very into Nick Drake. I think he's brilliant. Yes.
Very good.
I have another question.
I just realised I have to keep my glasses on because I can't see anything if I take them off.
Why did
this
you guys
is a question that came from the
instrument?
event.
This came from the event page, yes. And it is from Elizabeth McLean. And she says, why did you learn an instrument? We all have our reasons. For me, my reason was because I wanted to write songs. I wanted to write lyrics. I started writing just a few words down on a piece of paper and singing them, and had nothing to accompany myself when Harry was away or anything. So, yeah, wanted to pick up the guitar. Harry gave me a few lessons, picked up a few chords, and that was that, really. Harry, why did you start playing music?
Well, when I was about 3 or 4 years old, my dad gave me a trumpet, and I learned to play the trumpet for about a year. I went to some preliminary classes in learning that. I don't play the trumpet anymore, but I still have that trumpet, so I should pick it up sometime. Yeah, I got my parents, our parents were, wanted us to do activities, and so they sent us to piano lessons and things like that. I stuck with the piano lessons, and Alfie didn't as much. He kind of did it for a little bit, and then did his own thing for a while. But yeah, no, and then I kind of stopped playing piano as well when I was about 10 because I thought it wasn't cool enough. So I picked up the guitar instead when I was 10 or 11 or something like that. And yeah, that was it. Let's see. There's some more questions here. So basically, people's questions are getting like upvoted to go to the top, and one of them that has 5 people asking about is this one here. Is World Without You going to be on the album? It's one of my favorites, and I've been surprised to not see it on any EP.
Well,
thank you, Andy Smith.
Thank you for the question. I suppose we've been holding that one back. We realised that we've released some songs that are going to go on our album already, so we wanted to hold it back. World Without You.
Yes, it will be on the album.
Will be going on our album, yes.
Absolutely.
And yeah, there will be a lot more to come from that song, we hope, in the near future.
An offshoot question from that is, when's the album coming out? And for those of you who don't know, it is coming out in February.
Yes. What do you think? Should we do another song? Should we do that song?
Yeah.
World Without You?
Yeah. Let's see.
Well, this is for Andy Smith. This is called World Without You. Thanks for the question.
Oh, I forgot how to play the song. Also, take my watch off.
You don't know what you've been missing out on. I've been waiting around for you to call. You don't know what you've been missing out on. You know I'm not a ghost, just come around. If I'd have listened to that fortune cookie wisdom, I'd have been a whole lot better off. Still I live with this constant light on to show you the way back home. Do you know what it feels like to fall in your arms? Do you know what it feels like to love you? I can taste every teardrop you've given me this far. Don't forget who it is that you are. Did you take a class on who to be friends with? Now I know you're with them, but we are not just Sunday love. You said I talk the talk but don't walk it, and all in all you just left me out. Now I know and I'm nothing, without you I'm just suffering for you now. Do you know what it feels like to fall in your arms? Do you know what it feels like to love you? I can taste every teardrop you've given me this far. Don't forget who it is that you are. A world without you, what would I do? What would I do without you? A world without you, what would I do? What would I do without you? A world without you, what would I do? What would I do without you? Do you know what it feels like to fall in your arms? Do you know what it feels like to love you? What would I do without? I can taste every teardrop you've given me this far, but don't you forget who it is that you are. You don't know what you've been missing out on. You know I'm not a ghost, just come around.
Woo! Thank you for that request. Not really a request, but question. And
Question that sprung into a request.
Yes.
From Andy.
We
Phillips,
are
maybe?
Smith. I think it was.
Andy Smith.
I think
Thank
it was
you.
Andy Smith. The question has disappeared now.
The questions are piling in, and they're all getting upvoted.
There's a really nice one here. If you weren't a musician, what would you be? I will answer that. Not because it just so happens that I'm here, but I would love to work in Google or any other new media company, like internet based or something to do with the internet anyway. Or because I feel like, despite if I couldn't be a musician, most of the stuff we do involves the internet and online and socializing, and so maybe I'd develop some music based stuff for. Wait, that means if I wasn't a musician. No, I didn't have to be a musician. So if I wasn't a musician, I could still work in music. So I'd like to work in like technical, weird stuff. Maybe I'd do a computer science degree and learn how to program some crazy music stuff.
I think, I mean, if we weren't doing music full time, I think we'd probably still be musicians anyway, just because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I'd probably be doing something practical, maybe something with my hands, something. A
hairdresser, maybe.
Well, maybe. I don't know. A songwriter, does that count? I don't know.
It's all still music.
Thank you so much for your question, Sinead.
Let me see.
Oh no, it wasn't Sinead. It was Cecilia.
Cecilia Croucher. Thank you, Cecilia. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You recently tweeted collaboration with Joy Williams. I was just wondering if you'd ever consider covering a Civil War song. Yes, absolutely, would consider it. We've got a long list of songs that we intend to cover at some stage, but we're also just trying to work on our own stuff all the time. So,
but Civil War is a great duo. Might suit us. Although I can't sing as high as Joy, but maybe we'll give it a go. we'll put it on our big list of covers.
In which city? Oh, here's a nice one from Katharina. She says, in which city you've never played live before would you love to have a gig? Ooh, well, I would say, to use the real like democratic answer, sorry, is it democratic that I'm trying to say, or diplomatic? I don't know. Whatever the word is, where it's just like no one loses. Every city in the world I would love to play a gig in. That would be great. But no, specifically, I would love to play in somewhere really exotic and random, like Galway. No, I've only played there before.
For me, I think it'd be Berlin. I've never been to Berlin, and I've always wanted to go. And yeah,
Yeah, look
love
forward
playing
to a
in
nice
Germany.
Hudson Taylor gig in Berlin. That would be great. We are big fans of Germany, so let's see. Oh, here's an interesting one, Alfie.
Where does Alfie get my hair done? Well, I get it done in this place called the Butcher Barber in Dublin, and yeah, I'm in need of a haircut, and I'm going to try and see him tomorrow before we fly back to London. But if I get a haircut in London, then I get it by this guy called Mr. Ducktail. Yeah. And Harry just does his own thing. He just lets it wild, lets it grow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what am I doing another song? Beautiful Mistake or something? No. Answer more questions first. All righty.
I like this question.
Thank you for all your questions, by the way. Here, I'll look at this one as well, Harry, just in case people.
I like this question. I like this. What are your pet hates? I always think of that question when I remember when I was a little kid and I saw the phrase pet hate, and I thought it had something to do with hating animals. That's when I was like,
I came up with a pet hate the other day that maybe some will agree with me, maybe some not, but
what's going on?
I noticed, the situations when you're in a room with people and you might be having a conversation, whatever. Conversation stops, and you're moving on to the next one maybe, and then you look around and everybody has their phones out, and they're all looking at their phones.
That's a very
Yeah,
modern
but I mean, I don't really mind like in a small social situation, but like at a dinner table or something like that, it can sometimes get
overuse.
pretty annoying. But a pet hate, because I do it myself, so I can't, hate it too much.
What pet hates do I have?
I'm sure there's plenty.
You can probably think of one for me, Alfie.
Talking to Harry while he's doing something, multitasking is a pet hate of Harry's, I would say.
I'm not very good at taking in what people are saying to me if I'm engrossed in other activity, like, for example, putting together one of these streams at home.
We have the professionals here at Google.
Yeah,
helping us out,
Google's,
and
they're helping
it's
us
been a
out.
total breeze. Come in, tune the guitars and play.
At home, I have
yeah.
to be the whole production team behind it, and
Yeah.
I'm on the laptop like, okay, I'm going to get this ready, and then Alfie's like,
I have to be the cleaner.
yeah, Alfie's like, how do you want a cup of coffee? And I don't answer for like an hour. To which I just suddenly go, yes! And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you asked me for a coffee, and he's like, that was an hour ago.
Here's a good one maybe for you, Harry, and this is on the
event page.
And it says, what are your favorite TV shows at the moment? And Harry is mad into his popular TV series. So,
Well,
like
the running theme of my life at the moment is, what am I watching in my downtime? House of Cards on Netflix. I'm halfway through season 2. It's very good. I love the political dramas. I love that stuff.
I'm on the old American Horror Story on Netflix too. Very good. Keeps me creeped out before I go to sleep every night. It's just how you want to be.
I can't wait for the next season of Game of Thrones. I'm a big fan of that show.
And that was a question from Valentine G on...
I was on the event page, on Google event page. Do you have more siblings?
Yes, we do.
That's a good question from Joanna,
We've
94.
lots of siblings. We have 2 brothers living in London.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we're living in the UK, and we've 2 sisters here in Dublin.
In Dublin, so that makes a total of 2 sisters and 4 2 girls and 4 boys.
Yeah.
6 of us. And yes, we've got Holly, who's the younger one, Chelsea, who's the next older sister, and then Alfie and myself are the middle, and then our 2 older brothers are Simon and Ollie. So there you go.
Thank you, Joe Joanna 94. Hey, there's another one here on the...
I like these ones better though, because you can see
Because you can vote them up, I suppose.
they're all voted up. We can't hear Harry's microphone apparently. It's probably because I mumble. Damn, I hope that hasn't wrecked the stream for you guys. I think you just maybe if you turn it up really loud, you'll hear me. There's a good one here. That's a nice one. Have you decided on the artwork for your album yet?
From Chloe Grant. Thank you, Chloe. We have actually just there last week. We got to see the final version of it, and it'll be sort of out to everybody in not long, will it not? Maybe in a few weeks we'll have it out and everybody can see it.
And you'll be able to pre-order our album.
And on the album in general, we've been listening to the masters of that, kind of finishing it off and doing the last final touches. So yeah, we're really happy, really happy with it, and can't wait until it's out.
And have ye ever forgotten your own song lyrics while singing from Georgina?
If you were watching for the last song, you would have
the
noticed.
first song. Sorry,
you would have noticed.
For World Without You, about 5 minutes ago, we forgot the words. If you watch back, you can see.
It happens sometimes, but
at the end of the second verse, it happened.
It always happens
today.
There, actually, doesn't it? With that song, I don't know why. With that song, it happens with some songs more than others. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes when you're just, I don't know, a lot of words. They all
muddle into one.
Yeah,
especially if it's the same chords or something.
Harry gets it wrong, or if I get it wrong, because we're both singing pretty much all the time. Yeah, it can be quite funny.
In our song "Chasing Rubies," I quite often when it does the little bit. This is not deja vu. I always go. I always just sing the next line accidentally. I just go. I've never met someone like I'm always doing the wrong line. For that bit, because I think the excitement of doing the big like rock bit always kind of messes me up. So let's see what else we got here. There's so many questions. Okay, who's the better dancer? Who's the better dancer with a bracketed off dance off, please? We can't do a dance off here because it's quite confined. There's too much expensive equipment lying around. But I'd say Alfie is 100% the better dancer.
Harry's getting there with the moves, though.
No, I'm like a granddad. Alfie is a dancer by trade. He used to be a dancer as a kid.
I used to do a bit of dancing, so I've had the experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's just answer.
I like that one.
Let's answer.
To get arrested.
Try and answer. We'll try and answer a couple more questions, and we'll
and then
go.
We'll give you a few more tunes.
Then we'll sign off with one more song. Maybe. Yeah, we'll do one more song, a couple more questions, and yeah, let's see what we can say. See you down here.
By the way, Harry is the mouse controller, so he's picking all the questions, and all the questions are coming down the side there, and we're reading them. Lovely questions. Thank you everybody for sending them
Sarah, Wilson, and Sleepy, Ruby, Lives, and Cecilia, and Kate, and Sarah, and Daniel Poole, and Ryan, and Valentine. What's the saddest song you've ever written?
I wrote a pretty sad song recently, but it hasn't gone anywhere. I don't know, but maybe it'll come out one day.
I think a song of ours that we have I think it'll feature on our deluxe album, as far as I know, is a song called "Place I Called Home." I think that song's pretty sad. It's about our home, our original family home, and missing it. So I think that song's quite sad. I answered this question on Facebook the other day or earlier today. Who is most likely to get arrested?
I said we'd leave that to the audience to decide.
No, I actually think I'd probably get arrested more likely, just because in public places I like to jump on things, and I have gotten in trouble for it before in Dublin's Grafton Street, and so I think if I continue to do it, particularly there, I might end up just having a policeman that gets set up and throws me in a cell in Pearse Street.
Oh, can't wait for the day.
Oh, what's that one with 6? Who would you like to collaborate with in the future? From Sinead.
We love collaborating with people, and we
do it all the time.
Music with people all the time.
Look, I'm Google. I'm an O. You should do that. You should do the other O. This is a great photograph. Someone get a
screen grab right
grab of
there.
that. Wait, we should look at the camera. I think it'll be more effective. Let's go. Cool. So if you got a screen grab of that, please put it on Twitter. That would be amazing.
Now, let's answer the question. Who would we like to collaborate with in the future? Well, if you have been on our Twitter or Facebook recently, you would have noticed we shared a collaboration we did with Joy Williams for the Sound of Silence by
Paul Simon.
And that was really fun.
Keeping on that theme, I would say I just want to collaborate with Paul Simon. I love that man. So
and yeah, I do know some friends as well. Some of our friends are very good. Even our little sister, actually. Maybe that would be fun, collaborating with her. Thank you for the question.
Are you going to sign up to Emma Watson's feminist campaign? Straight in there with a topical question. I would say I already have, because I saw that video and it inspired me to go and do so. Every little helps. Fair play to her. Great speech. And I don't think that actors and actresses who stand up for that sort of stuff get enough credit, so fair play.
And Leonardo DiCaprio as well. What a great environmental speech. I saw that too. Staying topical. So, shall we do a song? Should we do...
Yes. Battles.
Battles. Do the song Battles.
Yeah.
Or do you want to try... Watchtower? Yeah. We'll do a song we haven't done in a while. It's called Watchtower. And this would probably be one of those ones I forget the words for. Let it all come out. Find another way to say I got what I deserve. Things I've heard. Watchtowers looking over me like I'm a thief. Here until the death of me. Face your battles now. Always try and bring it to the enemy at bay. Wonder why we always spend the money we have made. Your watchtower's looking over me like I'm a thief. This'll be the death of me. Run for the hills, run from the tide, and all this time you'll find you're running for your life. Run for the hills, run from the tide, and all this time you'll find you're running for your life. Tell them like it is, show them with authority, no blinking in the eye. Make them find you wearing your obligatory disguise. Someone's looking over you, watching me. There's no escape for both of you. Run for the hills, run from the tide, and all this time you'll find you're running for your life. Run for the hills, run from the tide, and all this time you'll find you're running for your life. Catch me if you can, I've seen the tables started turning. Looking through the book, I've seen the pages slowly burning. Yeah, I've gone too far from the start.
Why don't we stop here and do a little bit of the Arrow song, because there's a question that says a little bit of Arrow song.
So run for the hills, run from the tide, and all this time you'll find you're running for your life. Run for the hills, run from the tide, and all this time you'll find you're running for your life. Run find you're running for the hills, running from the tide, and all this time you'll find you're running for your life. Your love will be the death of me while I'm running for my life. Your love will be the death of me while I'm running for my life. Your love will be the death of me while I'm running for my life. Your love will be the death of me while I'm running for my life. Whoa. We'll answer a few more questions and then do one more song and then lead us all to a beautiful Wednesday night. We'll go back to the. There's loads of these ones here on the side. Look. If you go, what about. What's the funniest and strangest thing that's ever happened at a gig?
From Maeve. Maeve has got some very popular questions.
Very popular questions, Maeve. Well, what would it be for you, Harry?
The strangest thing that's ever happened at a gig was the first time ever hearing people sing our lyrics back, which sounds really sappy and not very strange or funny, but it was very strange for me anyway. When you go to a gig and you are singing someone's lyrics, it's one thing. Like I've done that before, but to be the person who is receiving the crowd,
it was a crazy feeling. Yeah,
very crazy and very strange and funny. In a kind of like scary and awesome way.
But is there anything else? Oh, I remember Tig, our fiddle player and piano player, once his stool broke one time, which that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think it happened twice.
And our drummer Jerry, even just yesterday, I was laughing my head off yesterday. I don't know if everyone else was, but he takes a solo in one of the last songs, and yeah, I don't know, something about him not really agreeing with doing solos or something, but he just does his own thing. He likes
to stick to the like playing the groove and whatever. He's very much more like feel drummer.
And so he just goes and just hits it so much. And last night on stage, I was laughing very hard. But thank you so much for your question, Maeve. I'm sure there's more. We'll have to think about them.
So we don't have much more time, but we'll just try and answer a few more questions, and then we'll sign off with a short song. We've actually done more songs today than we thought we would, but
yeah, we thought we'd only get in 2.
There's a nice one here.
Are there any songs on the album that the third one down there, Harry? From Maeve again. Are there any songs on the album that you're particularly looking forward to people hearing? Yes. I'm particularly looking forward for people to hear Butterflies, the new kind of recorded version of that, and a song called Don't Tell Me as well. And then some of the songs we've done on the deluxe album as well, we got to record ourselves. So, yeah, we're really excited for everybody to hear that.
I agree with that.
You would?
Yes.
Thank you, Maeve, again.
Apparently I'm not speaking loud enough. Harry's volume is at full. But yeah, okay. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we have one here from the wall, the event page, and it says, "What is your most embarrassing experience on stage?" Sticking to the on-stage embarrassing things. We must have something, Harry.
You just put me on the spot. I have no idea what I have that's embarrassing.
Sometimes I've picked up the wrong guitar and.
I had my shirt tucked into my trousers and my underwear were kind of showing above my shirt.
Oh, that's not
embarrassing.
Oh no, I have a story of Harry. We were at this festival called Beautiful Days Festival, and it was a very nice festival, really nice. But it happened to be raining that day, and we arrived in.
The festival is called Beautiful Days.
Yeah, so we arrived in, we were on stage and everything, and then Harry goes, "What did he say again?" See, he's embarrassed. He must.
We were standing in the rain at Beautiful Days Festival. I said, "Well, it's not exactly a beautiful What did I say? I said something like, "They shouldn't be called beautiful days. Like it's so dreary and disgusting," or something like that.
Oh, he really put the festival down.
We didn't tell the story very well, but basically, I just made a load of people look. Well, I didn't look very grateful for the people who were standing in the rain. And the volume on my microphone was really low, according to about 19 people. So there you go. So we'll just answer one more maybe, and then we'll hear you out. Yeah, look, loads of people say that they can't hear me. So sorry about that.
Maybe we can share mics or something for the last one.
Hello. This might be a bit better for you.
Should we do battles?
Yeah. But
one more question.
Answer a question.
Sharing microphones. Okay. All the questions are now. We can't hear you, Harry.
What about this?
What's your favourite song to sing live? We've done that. What's your favourite book?
Can you beatbox from Valentine?
Certainly not. Certainly not. I wish I could. Valentine.
I can't beatbox either. Yes. What's your favorite book or movie adaptation you would like to create a song for? My favorite book is the classic George Orwell's 1984. Always has been. It's a very good book. I would love to do a movie adaptation to create a song of that book. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. Thank you, Sarah, for that question.
Nice. Should we do one more song?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll leave you with one more song. This song's called Battles. And we'll see you next week for number 4 of Streaming for Strangers. Sí, I was climbing, now I'm falling. I've been pushed off by a man who has made it to the top and now defends it 'cause he can. And I have found a breach in his front line. I was open, now I'm hidden from the danger of his words. I have found a good position and I'll play for what he's worth, and he will find nowhere left to hide. I will lift her love and I'll break your spirit. I will dig a hole and I'll throw you in it. Only time will tell if we're all just cynics on the run. If we're all just cynics coming down. I was losing, now we're drawing. I'm not afraid to draw my blood. I'm not backing down, so I'd surrender 'cause you shed and face the truth. You raise the flag, I'll tear it down. Oh, you may have won the battle, but I'll take the fight to you. When your flag is on the ground and your bones they rattle too as I break you. Your fear has now come true. I will lift her love and I'll break your spirit. I will dig a hole and I'll throw you in it. Only time will tell if we're all just cynics on the run. If we're all just cynics come undone. All just waiting for the gun. We are tied to the truth. The tie that binds me to you. And I'm acting on my words with all that I have heard, with honesty in mind. You'll find that I'm not the lie, see the truth in my eyes. cynics come undone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you, Google, for hosting our hangout. We'll see you again next week for Singing for Strangers number 4.
Don't forget to pre-order the single, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.
Thank you for all your questions. Goodbye.